Hello and welcome to the Ramblings of a 42-Year-Old Man. Chris Smith here with you today alongside David, who's going to join us with another quick NFL ramble. We're going to talk a little bit about free agency and some of the
trades
and some of the movement that's happened, and let you know where some different players that we've been thinking about have ended up and what we think about that. David has a list of some of his top choices. I'm probably going to have a bit of a Texans lean on mine, like I always do, and we'll go from there. So we'll get started here with we'll start with David and his top free agent picks.
So, for my top free agent picks, I have to start with a signing that wasn't too long ago. Cincinnati Bengals, they signed Orlando Brown Jr., offensive tackle that was on the Chiefs, who was arguably, not the best last season, but he's really good, so I put him as my number one free agent. Second of all, this might not be a top free agent, but I put it here because I think it could be, big. As a replacement for, CMC and D'Onta Foreman, the Carolina Panthers signed running back Miles Sanders.
That's a good one.
That is a great one. Derek Carr going to the Saints after being cut by the Raiders. That's another good one. Then, as the Raiders replacement, they get Jimmy Garoppolo from the 49ers.
No.
One of the other big things, Ezekiel Elliott from the Dallas Cowboys gets cut.
See where he's going. We don't know yet.
Nope. Jamal Williams, I probably said that wrong, the running back from the Detroit Lions, who got the most touchdowns for a Lions running back last year, going to the Saints.
Good one.
You got Jacoby Brissett going to the Commanders. The Commanders try to fill their QB need. They might pick a QB in the draft. We don't know, but this is kind of like their one-year replacement guy. Maybe they're trying to get Caleb Williams.
Possible.
Next, Baker Mayfield going to the Buccaneers, filling that need. I think he has the most to lose out of all the free agent QBs in this season, because he's actually a little younger, while the rest of them kind of already got their money. They're older, they know what they're doing, while Baker Mayfield has the most to lose here. Then two more signings. I got David Montgomery going to the Lions, a big one.
Yep.
He was ranked number 2 on ESPN's top 100 free agents. And then finally, the re-signing that I definitely thought was overpaid. Daniel Jones going back to the Giants for a 4-year, $100-something million.
Well, hopefully he can continue with the growth he had last season and keep it going. They got Saquon Barkley back, and if they can get some sort of receiver help out there, Giants could be in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's David's top free agent picks. We'll do a quick section of
Trades.
some of my ideas of the good picks. And of course, I'm going to have a little bit of a Texans lean on mine. All right. So as for my top picks, David hit on the quarterback carousel that already kind of took place. I will say Texans brought back Case Keenum, who we've seen before. He's been a Texans uniform in the past. He's also went to school in Houston, so got a lot of ties to him. He's definitely in there, just have a veteran presence in there. I don't know that he would even supplant Davis Mills as a starter. He's definitely just kind of there to be a veteran, and then whatever rookie we do end up more than likely bringing in would probably be starting ahead of both of them. But again, good veteran presence, mentor kind of role. We know Case Keenum pretty well. We know what he has to offer, and maybe this new system of offense that we have bringing in, maybe he would fit into that. You never know. We do know the San Francisco 49ers went through a whole lot of quarterbacks last year, so it's never a bad idea to have more than one. So some of my top picks for the Texans. So Sheldon Rankins, defensive tackle. They really needed some help on the defensive tackle. I was hoping for a Javon Hargrave, but of course he went to San Francisco. So we picked up Sheldon Rankins on a 1-year deal. Probably another veteran presence on there. He's going to definitely be starting, and we'll see how he does. If he really blooms in D'Amico Ryan's defense, he could be a cornerstone. Otherwise, he could kind of pave the way for a younger person to come in later. Jimmy Ward coming over from San Francisco. D'Amico knows him very well. He's going to be starting one of our safety spots on the opposite side of Jalen Petrie. So our safety group should be pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with that. And then we had the trade. We traded for a swap of late-round picks, and we picked up Shaq Mason, offensive guard.
Which a couple of years ago were one of the top guards in the NFL.
So we'll hopefully, we still need to bring in a center. We haven't brought in, our Justin Britt, our starting center last year, was kind of retired, released, sort of, and we really don't have anybody to replace him yet. So hopefully we can get somebody in free agency, because I don't know if I want a rookie center in front of a rookie quarterback. That could be interesting, but we'll see what they are able to do there. Jordan Akins just signed with the Browns, so we're going to have a hole in tight end as well. So we'll see how we end up doing there. That being said, the Jimmy Ward, the Sheldon Rankins, the Shaq Mason, those are all pretty solid pickups for the Texans. And when it comes to free agency, I think David hit on pretty much most of the highlights. I would say the kind of pending what's going to happen with Lamar Jackson, I'm very excited about that, because that's definitely something that if the Texans put together a good package to try to get him over there, I could see him being a great quarterback for the Texans. But if they're trying to go young, they're trying to go rookie, they'll probably stick with that. But honestly, 2 first-round picks for a Lamar Jackson kind of player, that would be kind of hard to pass up. So we'll see what they do there. And we'll do another quick section here David has about the trades that have taken place, and then we'll do a bit of a final run before we end this video.
All right, so trades. We're not starting off hot. We're starting off with Jalen Ramsey going to the Miami Dolphins. Maybe they think that he's the last piece to their playoff run. They got to the playoffs last year, but Tua was hurt, so they had to use their third string.
See if they can go in a little further, maybe.
And they almost beat the Bills with the third stringer.
Yep, true.
Second of all, the Dallas Cowboys getting Stephon Gilmore from the Colts.
Yep.
For honestly pretty cheap. So
he's getting a little up there in age, but he's still very solid, so that's a good pickup for them. Definitely.
Third of all, I was going to say you're on the Shaq Mason trade, but you took that already.
Yep.
Fourth of all,
that reminds me, the Texans also picked up Robert Woods for receiver, so that could be good. That might lead to a trade of Brandon Cooks being able to take place sooner than later.
Yeah. And I'm going to end most of the trade section with, what do you think about the Aaron Rodgers potential trade to the Jets?
He wants to go to the Jets. The Jets want to have him. They just got to figure out how to get it done in Green Bay. I can't imagine Green Bay holds that up too much longer. I'm sure it'll eventually happen, because they're not going to keep Rodgers. At this point, he's not going to play for them, so they might as well just agree to something, get something
Honestly,
out of it.
if he doesn't agree, he'll just do it himself. But that's what I've been saying.
He's under contract. He doesn't have a choice. He's stuck under contract. Green Bay owns that. But again, he's not going to play for Green Bay. Green Bay's not going to hold on to him. They'll figure out something. But I figure that he'll be a Jet before the end of the free agency timing period is over.
Yeah. Now for one of my last things, it's trying to see where you think is the best fit for Lamar Jackson. If someone wants to give him a contract or something, where do you think it would be?
That one's hard to say. I think his best fit is in Baltimore, for him just to stay there. But they cannot seem to come to an agreement on compensation over there. So,
and I think the reason because of that is because of the fully guaranteed contract that Deshaun Watson got.
Yeah, that Deshaun Watson Browns contract just messed everything up for the quarterback market. It's just ridiculous. It should never happened. But
like Daniel Jones got $45 million a year.
Yeah, that's why, as much as I would enjoy seeing like the trade for the Texans and getting Lamar Jackson, right now having a quarterback on a rookie deal is one of the best ways to go when it comes to salary cap. So Lamar Jackson would be a $60 million a year kind of hit for the Texans. So whatever team tries to get him would have to go through that. If it's somebody like the Commanders, but they grabbed Brissett and they're probably going to try to draft somebody. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure where else he would fit at this point.
Yeah. All right. So that's the end of my trade segment.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's our ramblings on the free agency period that just started last week. There's still plenty of free agents out there to get grabbed. I'm sure we'll see some more going forward. Obviously, we're going to keep getting closer to the draft as well.
Which we'll be doing an analysis of the draft soon. Yeah,
we'll have to do some draft talk. I'm sure Dave will have more mock drafts as we go, especially now that the free agency, kind of the bigger names, are starting to figure out where they're all going. So we'll see what that does to the draft and how that shakes things up. And then I'm sure between now and then we'll have some more information. If Brandon Cook ends up getting traded, I'm sure I'll want to talk about that. If Lamar Jackson ends up getting somewhere, we'll have to chat about that.
Definitely.
So I'm sure between now and the draft we'll have some more stop-ins. But that is kind of it for free agency so far. Thank you, David, for joining. And we will talk again soon with another David's Den episode, I'm sure, with some either whether it's football or video games or something. He'll keep checking in with us. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.
Bye-bye.